Okay, as we've discussed, the higher the price, the lower the dollar value. Or is that so? So here's a scenario. The current market value of the dollar bill is, let's say, $1 is equal to $1.34 of the Great Britain dollars. Okay, the Great Britain pound or whatever you want to call it. Okay, if the $2 are on a global economic scale of their value being what they are, set by those people in charge of doing that. I'm not going to get into that. When you hold the value of the dollar holds at a national level. When you bring the dollar into our national level, the scale and the price of that value of that dollar becomes either lower or higher based upon that. Basically, as the problem is that the dollar don't change, our dollar don't change in market value. The other dollars can change in other market values. When our dollar stays at whatever price it is, the prices go up. It's not shrinking our dollar value, but when the prices go up, it is shrinking our dollar value, meaning our dollar value can stay the same, but when your competitors and when you people in the marketing world push the dollar up, you're actually pushing the dollar back down, which is making things worse for us that are in the world and the economy that we're living here. The people that got a lot of money, they don't have that problem, that's fine. But the people that are on the poor side or on the lower side of the realm of things, then the people that are in poverty level, that continues to make a problem for those people. So you got to think about those two things. Economically wise, is at a higher level of government level of saying is that if the government would do things about this to put more stringent laws on businesses to keep their prices in line and also help aid them into thinking of creative and better ways to protect their business over a certain many years of like I was saying, the if you got a $2 intake for 1 quarter and you got 4 quarters and you got $8 total operating dollars, and you're making a total profit of 100 operating dollar, you're making a profit of $100 every year, then you obviously know there's somewhere around the lines that you got the prices up there too high. So there's probably never going to be no regulation upon that to say set or change the prices that you have. But the problem is that as we're in a competitive world, your world and us people in the world, we all need to realize that if you do not change how we're doing things and work together as a group and change and bring those prices back down to where it's at a reasonable level, at a worldwide level, if you can bring the prices down to a lower level, the same effect will happen. But the problem is that when you keep bringing things to a higher and higher level, it's going to be just like back in, when was it? Oh, the early 1900s, when I was never born. But if you take the 1900s, and I heard stories from my grandparents and through the education that I got, basically that if you take 5 cents down or 10 cents down to the grocery store, you can get a loaf of bread, or you can buy pop or gum or soda and stuff like that. Basically, you can probably do the same thing now, but it costs $1. So basically, we call this inflation. Well, however inflation works, if you know or not know, the fact that our overall inflation may not actually be a measurable inflation, but how would you want to say it? If inflation's inflation, and you measure inflation by the amount of the prices of the change and fluctuation of prices and things like that, um, a scenario of that would be is if, let's say, let's say The dollar has never changed its value in the entire time of existence. It's always stayed $1 is worth $1, equivalent to any other denominal value across the world, the global. The products all change their price, is what I'm gathering. Is that if all the products change their price, and then you have to pay people more money. Okay, let's say it this way. 1950, a car cost, let's say $1,000 or $2,000. A loaf of bread costs 5 or 10 cents. We look at that at a scale today times a vehicle cost 10,000 to 20,000, a loaf of bread costs $1. When we're looking at this, I have to reevaluate this. I'll carry that on to my next topic because this video is getting too long.